Hello, my YouTube sisters and brothers. Hopefully we have some brothers watching also. I feel that it's been a very long time since I've had the opportunity to talk to you. Before on Facebook, I would be doing our Sacred Sisterhood Temple ceremony and then just be able to download it and upload it to YouTube. I am no longer able to do that for you. Facebook isn't really allowing to have the camera properly. So I apologize, but we just got through doing temple and I wanted to talk to you. I've missed you, to be perfectly honest. Having a young child and going through COVID-19, my husband's home to work, it has been change. And this month, as part of our Sacred Women Principles, in April, we are talking about growth. And what a powerful month for growth. And I wanted to at least give you a piece of what this temple is. If you are interested, right now I do not have a temple available to men. This is primarily a women's group. But I will have something for men soon. And that's another reason for being on YouTube. In case there are men who are really connecting, especially right now, with their own feminine divine. And yeah, so it's so important for us to recognize that we both have masculine and feminine that are within us. Spring is a time for growth, right? And for women, growth is primarily recognizing that womb space is all about creativity. Knowing that anything is possible. And I know a lot of us are getting caught in the words isolation. We're getting caught in the word of fear. We hear a lot about fear. And I want to remind you that you do not have to choose to be in that place. Right now, we are in this push-pull, right? We're in this, you have to think this way or you have to think that way, and you have to go one direction or another, instead of being told to listen to our truth. And I'm not saying don't listen to people who inspire you or not to know what's going on out there in the world. But what I'm saying is become the observer. Part of growth, my daughter was up all night last night, and her growth is painful. Her legs, she's in so much pain today from having a really a big growth spurt. And as much as that saddens me, I'm happy that she's growing and that she's healthy. But it's also very painful and also very hard to watch. And it is okay to feel that pain and experience that pain and move through that pain. So I'm talking to the women right now, remembering that we are now in a different world. That the COVID-19 helps us realize that, you know, that virus is not trying to be mean. The virus wants to move and grow as it does in nature. The virus isn't necessarily thinking that's a child, that's an adult, that's somebody that's elderly, that's somebody that has asthma. The virus is not trying to necessarily kill anybody. It is trying to move and grow just like nature. It's trying to survive. And so as humans, we realize how vulnerable we are. We know from our past teachings, we lived a paradigm that if you had enough money, you were vital. You were important. You had status. If you had a bigger house, that means how you were more important. And now we're seeing with COVID-19 that this virus attacks anybody. that our essential workers are the same workers that make minimum wage. They are so important. And you know what? They were essential workers before all of this. They've always been essential. The people that made a lot of money and had the big houses don't know how they're going to make their mortgage payment next month. We're all there. We're all living. We're all part of nature. And despite what's happening, the birds are going to sing right now outside your door. Walk outside. The birds are still going to sing. We're still going to have growth. The flowers are still going to bloom. The sun is still going to come out. So you might be asking, Cheryl, what do I do? I'm seeing everything on social media. I'm hearing people but what do I do? Become the observer. As you're listening to something, be part of that and go, what is my instinct? What is my inner knowing saying? Take back control in your well-being. Remember, fear, whether it's in lightness or darkness, just like a virus, they're alive because of you. So if you play into the fear, it keeps the fear alive. If you're playing into the light, it's keeping alive. So what do we do? How do we become balanced in this polarity? We simply become the observer. And as a woman, you have the gift of your womb. That womb space is the connection from heaven to earth. Use your womb space as your instinct. This is right, this is not right. Take back your power. Use your menstrual cycle or follow the moon if you're no longer menstruating. Understand what it means to be in your spring or follicular cycle. If you're wondering, I'm wondering what my follicular, okay, what does a follicular cycle mean? So after you menstruate, right? Menstruating is winter. Thinking you're going within, you're connecting, you're getting rid of things that no longer serve you. You have the opportunity to do that every single month, just as in winter. Spring is the follicular cycle, creativity, your ether, you're out there. Coming up with solutions, insights. Work with your summer. Your summer is all about putting yourself out there. Taking your thoughts, taking those creative, whatever you came up with for creative insight, and now you're putting it into action. Your luteal phase is fall. Finishing up loose ends from that creative, what worked, what didn't work, as we head back into winter. Following your cycle. When I'm homeschooling Sophia, I don't homeschool like a typical public school. She goes within my cycle. She's 5 now. So when it comes to my menstrual cycle, we follow that pattern, knowing that we're connectedness. By learning your sacred cycles, by learning what it means to be part of nature. We are nature. We're not just experiencing nature, we're part of this. And the coronavirus allows us to see that we are actually able to know that we can survive. Not only just survive, but have this interconnectedness. We aren't just self, right? We are the tree that needs to be watered and needs sunlight and needs to just be. And yeah, growth is painful. But we need all the other trees. We need all parts of nature. And all that connectedness so that we can move forward and we can have awakening and we can have true growth. So I would like to read in the comments below, do you have any questions for me? Anything that you would like to learn? Because I would love to teach. I would like you to feel at peace. despite the chaos. I would like to see true growth happen for you. And we do this by learning our Sacred Women principles, because I truly believe that we can change the world. We can go into this new world in health and in love and in healing and in kindness, because we're all trying to do it ourselves. We're doing the work at home, within our own families, within our own communities. I know it is so, we are so ingrained throughout our ancestors. We look back and we're like, you know what? We go through and we used to look to our political parents, our governmental parents, our healer, our medical parents, right? And we look to our economic parents to fix things for us. But this coronavirus has allowed us to realize that we need to take our own power back, because we are the ones that need to fix. They are maybe inspiration, but it's time for us to take back control of our own health and well-being. It is our job to fix. It is your job to fix. It is my job to fix. It's our job to inspire one another to be the best versions of ourselves. But if we're looking outside of ourselves, we're not going to be there, and we're not going to be there collectively. Okay, sisters, I love you from the bottom of my heart. I will keep trying to do YouTube videos for you. If you like this video, please share. We are going to try to get 1,000 likes. And so, yes, please keep sharing the love. Please join our temple, Sacred Sisterhood Temple. You can be part of the ceremony. And as we're working on growth within the sisterhood, we will work on growth collectively, spreading the word of our Sacred Women principles. Remember, we can change the world because we're all willing to start at home. I love you all from the bottom of my heart.